in Sweetwater, Tennessee. I think time to call this workshop meeting together at this time. Our only item is a new beer permit application for Rick Sports Bar. This time the applicant is Wendy Pritchett. The application was in your packet. City Attorney John Cleveland has a recommendation for us tonight concerning this. And John, I'll let you explain.
I believe my memo was also in your packet. It was brought to my attention that there's a foreclosure on the motel in which this bar is located, that the application for, and that foreclosure is just Friday. So, if it's bid in, if it's sold at all, then there won't be a lease. If there was, it'd have to be a new one. I talked with the general counsel for the bank that's foreclosing, who said that they anticipate that they'll be bidding in the property. They're not aware of anybody else that's interested in buying it right now. And they have no interest in anybody operating the hotel as long as they continue to own it, trying to resell it. And so it's my recommendation that the application be tabled until the next meeting of the beer board, and then we'll know whether or not it was in fact sold, or if there's somebody that bought it that is in fact going to lease it to this Wendy Pritchett.
Do we need to vote on that now?
Just make a motion.
Need to vote on the motion to table.
Okay. Hear a motion to table this?
I'll make the motion.
In a
Second.
second? Any
Second.
discussion? If not, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion does carry. Thank you, John. We have the capital improvement plan on for passage in the March meeting. Does anyone have any further changes to the capital plan at this time? I think we've been over this several times, and it seems like everybody is up to date on it. On the agenda, we will have minutes and distributions and a public hearing for the two ordinances for the budget amendment and the rezoning. We will have the Knoxville Track Club here to request official permission for a marathon. We've met with them several times. They are top of the line from what we have been able to maintain. These are the ones that put on for years the Covenant Marathon in Knoxville. And that's always been a successful and a good thing. And the route has been coordinated. And Eddie, are you aware of where they're going at
Yes,
this
sir.
time?
We've looked at it several times. Like I said, it goes out in the county, and we've coordinated with county officials, you know, to help with all that, and they're offsetting all the expenses. There's not expenses to us on it.
They're gonna pay for the additional police officers and everything.
They're offsetting the expenses.
One of the things when they approached us is the fact that they could have went to a lot of places, but they chose Sweetwater. And this is going to bring in lots of people to Sweetwater that's never been here before. It's going to be something, I think, that will have an economical growth that day. This is going to be on Sunday, right? And I doubt if many stores will be open, but the restaurants will be. And it's going to be a fun day. So we will go over that. They'll be here next week. And we want you to hear them, the commission to hear them. They'll explain it to us like they did us, to you. And I think it's good. Anybody got any questions up front right now that they want to ask? Either me, Eddie, John, he's involved in it.
I think they're setting a 7-hour time limit for the marathon, so it will be longer than what like a 5K is.
It'll be a 26 miles, right?
So it's a pretty extensive race, but, being on a Sunday, I mean, it's probably.
And
better.
spread out a lot more.
It is spread
Yeah,
out.
that'll be a big thing.
Mhm.
I think it'll be good for our community, and then, like I said, to the last count I had, they had several hundred people already signed up for it. My son was telling me he's about 25 from Y12 already signed in for it, so it's gonna be a big thing, big deal. And then we will have a Distinguished Citizen Award coming up on next Monday night. It's one that everybody, it'll be some people everybody knows and be proud of. So that'll be here. We will have second final reading on both the budget amendment and the rezoning of the Red State properties. And finally, we will have the resolution to approve the capital improvement plan for 2022 through 2026. Another reminder, on March 17th, we'll have a budget meeting here at City Hall starting at 11 o'clock. It'll be a lunch meeting. We will eat, talk, and should be informative.
Jason McConkey with our insurance broker will be here during that meeting also. They won't have rates yet for next year, but he'll be able to talk us through some of the different options we can look at and see what kind of savings we might be able to get.
Anything else come for the workshop?
I did want to tell y'all we got sales tax today for, it would have been what consumers purchased in the month of December. And it's our second highest month on record, which is pretty interesting considering it was the year of COVID. So November and December ended up being tied for our second highest. And the only month that beat it was June of 2020. So we have now had our 3 highest sales tax months all in the last 12 months. So
During COVID.
we talked about this a little bit. One of my theories is that people are not driving to Knoxville and Chattanooga as much, so they're spending their money locally, and it's just made that big of an impact. So we are definitely going to meet our budget numbers. All of the department heads have stayed under budget on expenses, and we ended up having more revenue than what we expected. So it should be a good year financially for us.
Good. Anything else? If not, we're adjourned then. That's gotta be close to a record.